We've got a man up here. There's no point trying to get numbers behind the footy. It's got to be one-on-one. Make them kick it to a contest, then try and create the turnover.
Pearce heads wide. Marriage hands on it again but can't mark it. Hurley crumbs it, gets a kick. De Boer just the required 15. And again, the Richmond fans not happy with the decision. They've ruined their Saturday afternoon. The Fremantle Dockers for these Tiger fans who've come along in force again.
Not yet, Dwayne.
Marrick. 21 minutes gone, final term to Grigg. Hands it back to Marrick. Outruns the tackle attempt. Has a bounce. Not a lot to go too long. Brandon Ellis. Little tap on. McPhee right with him. Youth and experience. The 18-year-old tried to go off the deck. Jackson flicks it back. Marrick can't get past Hill. Hands it back. Edwards shrugs a tackle. Can he find a chest? You bet he can. Tuck. 45 out.
Well, how clever was that? He's been very good today, Edwards. That was just classy footwork. And then lowered the eyes, had the target 30 metres out and found him.
3 goals for the year for Tuck. Can pull the margin back to 7 points. Strikes it well. Fans rise. They're back in it.
Well, that's 17 inside 50s in the 4th term before they were able to kick a goal. And amidst all the madness and the mad just jumble of the ball going forward, it took someone like Shane Edwards to just mop it up, take a player on, and then instead of just blazing away, look for the best option inside the attacking 50.
He's had 27 disposals again now and kicked a goal. 9 clearances.
Never looked like missing, did it?
Still 2 scores, though.
From the ball up, 4 minutes 25 left, and they need 2 goals. Fremantle's had all the answers so far in this contest. Have they got another? Hill tried to scramble one forward. Umpire screaming, play on. Pearce over it, he jumped on it. Better get it out in a hurry. Jackson's now on it.
Griffin cut one high there, but a bump to the head. Just getting up to take the ruck.
Everton. Johnson makes it somebody else's problem. Hill pursues it, got a kind bounce. Floats one in the Pavlich direction. Pavlich boundary line, he'll take either. And we're down to 3 and 50.
Worked his way into the game well. Hill has had 23 disposals, 8 clearances himself, 9 tackles. Did his ankle badly in the first quarter. Looked like he was in serious trouble, but he's done a real good job.
Jonathan Griffin, the flick down. Tuck, Grigg, Matthew Pavlich, who, if you joined us late, has 6 of Fremantle's 11 goals. Everton, Pearce, Tuck, tackled by Mazungu. Cochin keeps it alive. Time is of the essence. Grigg to the wing. Johnson back with the run. Off hands, Nahas. They can go forward. Kick smothered. Ricochets. Vickery shrugs a tackle. Looked a little high. Ball!
Just had to kick it. Just it was clear.
He had no space for it.
Broughton pumps it forward. Jonathan Griffin back with the flight, and that is a massive grab. We're inside 3 minutes. It's a 7-point game. And he doesn't waste time. Goes long. Main's down there. Thump to the deck. Conker wrapped up. Dragged down by Neal. Ball up, but a good spot for a ball up for Fremantle. Richmond cannot run this through.
Well, if you're a midfielder here, you know the Richmond ruckman's either going to try and hit it towards the boundary line. So good place to run if you're 3-0 forward is exactly where they hit it.
Yeah, you can't just thump those through anymore. Deledio, but straight up in the air, and it might be on the full. Mazungu tracks it. It bounces just inside the field of play, but more seconds tick by.
Very quiet game. Delidio 15 disposals, 45% efficient with his kick, so Crowley done a great job.
He's averaging 33 per game this year, Delidio. So he's done an amazing job, Ryan Crowley.
Don't think he's been tagged too many times, though.
Still a lot of Richmond players stuck behind the ball, not pushing forward. When you've only got a minute or two left, you've got to kick goals. It's no good just sitting behind the ball.
Marriage smacks it. Made some metres close to the line.
There's no point losing by 7, Jace, is there? You've got to try and win the game, so they've got to try and chance their arm, maybe even run forward and outnumber them in the forward half.
Back into play. Tuck does some ruck work. Down to Morris. Kicked into the congestion. Hayden Ballantyne. Little fumble. Throws it out. Subin to half forward. Crichton getting back with Conker. Ball thumped to the line, but that favours Freo. More seconds tick down.
I think it's fair to say Freo played better wet weather footy today.
Yeah.
We identified that at the start of the game, and I think that's been the difference.
Marriage thumps it down. Batchelor clears the congestion. It opens up. Martin needs to break for it. He does. And they're on.
Catch that.
It's all about Rewalt. McFarlane. He recovered quickest.
No, he got himself in the clear, Dustin Martin, but the kick in the end was virtually a waste of time.
That's the third kick that they haven't controlled the kick. Morris was one, Deluvio was the other one. Just tried to kick the hell out of it instead of just controlling the kick.
De Boer to Hill. Gets the skates on. Runs away from Grigg. Looks up. Ballantyne's the target in a one-on-one. To the back of the pack. He can seal it.
He's done.
Ballantyne's goal of all people.
Well done, Ballantyne. He's played well. Well done, Freo. Well done, Hill. They've been too good today. They've won the clearances for the first time in a long time. There's Hill using his pace. Steadied. Kicked long. One-on-one. Morris has been good. Ballantyne's done his job. And Freo have won for the first time in 11 games at the MCG and the first time since 2004. They've beaten Richmond.
1 minute and 11 seconds left, and they're 3 kicks from the lead, and the Tiger fans have had enough.
Oh, yeah, it sent them home. It was like the gun going off, and they all said, time to go.
Trent Cotchin hasn't stopped trying, though. Loads up long. Rewalt, he's got 3 to beat again. He hits the deck. Again, Fremantle get numbers around it. Edwards can't make something of it. Marrick does, but it's a backtrack handball. Newman. And stolen by Pavlich, and he's been a star. He is a Hall of Famer when he quits this game. He has been a superstar again today, Matthew Pavlich. A 6-goal captain's performance. We're down to 30 seconds. It's a pity there's not 50,000 Freo fans here to celebrate this one. Mazungu to the boundary, and we'll get a ball in.
Said before they had 17 players with clearances. I think it's 19 now. That this is unheard of. I don't think I've ever seen that. So they've been lacking in the clearance area. I think Ross Lyon said, guys, it's everyone's job today. We need to win that area if we're going to win the game.
There'll be 6 wins, 5 losses at halfway with 11 games done. Touch play on and 11 games to come. Fremantle, 6 wins and 5 losses. They won't be inside the 8 at 6 and 5 after 11 games. So that gives the indicator that it might take 13 wins this season to make the 8. But this has been an awesome performance against all odds from the Dockers at a place they virtually never win. A Fremantle chant rings around the MCG. Their fans have found voice.
All 4 of them.
Down to just a few seconds. Holding the ball, the call from the umpire. It's a Richmond free. But the siren sounds. The toughest wins are the best wins. And this is one of the toughest Fremantle wins under Ross Lyon. And it could kickstart their season. Coming off 3 losses in a row. They lost Sandilands in the opening minutes. But they've shown more intestinal fortitude in this one than they've shown all year. Fremantle by 12 points. 12-6, 78 to 9-12, 66. David King heading out onto the arena. The Fremantle fans who have made the trip certainly got their money's worth. It's been all about Richmond this week, but Fremantle will go to the bye knowing that their season is back on track. David King.
Oh, Matthew Pavlich, what an amazing win. The MCG, you don't win here very often. Can you remember the last one?
You're probably better off than me. I can't remember. It has been a long time, but it's just so satisfying. You know, we've had a really poor 3 weeks, and we knew if we kept building on the momentum, even though we haven't been winning, really felt as though last week we took a step forward. And you know, this young group's still maturing, so it was a great result.
2007, it was a while ago now, but look, it was a tremendous game from yourself. Let's talk about you for a moment. 6 goals, the MCG, it was a great game from yourself, great leadership.
Yeah, look, it was nice to get onto a few. You know, we really pumped the ball in long, and given the conditions, we knew it was going to be a pretty tough day all around. So if we had control of the ball in our forward half, particularly as we did in that second quarter, you know, we just kept re-entry, and build that pressure. And you know, we really held tight in the last quarter, which was satisfying.
Had your challenges. Sandlands went off the ground probably 15 minutes into the game. Hill had some issues. Dawson come off the ground. It was a great fight, wasn't it?
Well, it's a game of footy for you, isn't it? I think it illustrates how tough a game is and how tough the year is. And it was a great fighting spirit from the boys. And let's hope we can go to the break, you know, review the game really well and build on for the second half of the season.
6 goals. Congratulations. Great performance.
Thanks, King. Cheers, mate.
His best ever return against the Tigers, Matthew Pavlich. 6 goals at the MCG. He kicked it all off with 3 in the opening term and then kicked 2 hugely important goals in the final quarter. And the Tigers hit their halfway mark of the season. 5 wins and 6 losses. Still outside the 8 and still with a mountain of work to do to make the finals in 2012. It's been all about the Tigers in some respects this week, but tonight it's all about Fremantle and their miraculous victory against the odds. Back to you, Kingy.
Well, we've got all smiles down here, Ryan. What an amazing game. Big job for yourself on Brett Glidio today. How do you think it went?
Yeah, no, I felt it went well. I was a bit more comfortable once he came out of the middle and he's away from the ball. So we identified him as a guy who gets inside 50 and he's sort of their game breaker. So went to him. We tossed up between him and Cochin, but decided on Glidio on the outside.
So give us an idea of your preparation coming into the game. What sort of things do you analyse about Brett? Where he's vulnerable, where he's strong?
Yeah, well, I try and watch as many games as I can of his during the year, and then I'll try and identify a few weaknesses of his, and if I try and identify maybe a strength that I've got over him, and maybe try and exploit that during the game. But yeah, he's a great player, so yeah.
Big win today. The midfield was very strong in there today. Tougher, won the contested battle, got the game played in your forward half. Exactly what Ross would have wanted.
Yeah, exactly what we wanted as a midfield group too. We've been able to pump a bit this year, especially internally as well. So the boys put the acid on us, and it's good that we stood up today. So
congratulations, mate.
Thanks,
well,
mate.
Go and enjoy.
Thanks, King. Thanks, mate.
The purple rain in the rain at the MCG this afternoon. Fremantle by 12, 12-6-78 to 9-12-66. Don't go away. We'll be back to wrap up straight after the break.